Okay, hello and welcome to episode 20, which will be day 50 in one brief moment after we get some sleep. It'll be day 50 of custom modded survival, which is kind of absurd because it feels like only yesterday that I started making this series, and it feels like only yesterday I made this mod pack and was just like, screw it, I'm gonna have fun with it and do what I want to do, and it kind of went crazy, and I'm really, really appreciative of that. So thank you guys for all the support, and I really don't know what I could even possibly do without you guys. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna plop a cake on top because we can, and it's day 50. We're here. First of all, what we're gonna do is we've got some things that we need to take care of. Namely being, we need to upgrade our Dragon Bone Cleaver. And what I want to do with that is, because it already has Diamond, Emerald, and Netherite on it, is I just want to go another level of Severing, which is going to take us two necrotic bones. We need one TNT, which apparently I don't have. TNT. There we go. Okay, we need one TNT and one singular copper ingots, which we're going to grab like that. And that is going to be able to enable us to get level 5 Severing, which will increase the drops that we get from mobs greatly. And because of that, we ended up getting 16 blaze heads, as well as a bunch of molten cores, and also a bunch of other drops from the blazes in the nether. But that's not all, because for this episode, we're actually going to be taking out some other things. I know that we've discovered a lot in some of these areas, and I really want to. We've mostly gone south, or whichever. What way is that? South or east. We can go west though. I think that's west. Is it? Is it west? Yeah, we can go west. And I haven't gone west a lot. So we're gonna go west, and every single structure we see, we're going to absolutely obliterate. Because we can. We're just built different. What we should be able to do as well is increase meat drops for levels, as well as increase our crop chances. We can also increase our sprint speed, and from there, also our soft landing. And, that's pretty dope. But what we really want to do is I want to get that stage 5 dragon. So we've already conquered those structures. But now everything else we encounter, of course we've already broken down that one because it's about as far as we got. And, we haven't conquered this battle tower yet. So let's just conquer it real quick, Nice and easy, nice and easy. Perfect. There we go. Okay, so it just had to take care of something real quick. But where were we? We are taking out this dungeon. Of course, I'm grabbing the wood mostly because wood is also one of those things that I want to accumulate. And as you guys just saw, we got some loot bags because I've added the loot bags mod because I thought that it was going to be a fun, good mod for how much this game is currently like an RPG. I just thought it would be a good idea to add, and I think that it fits right in. So, if you have other mod suggestions or want to be a part of developing this mod pack with me, please, if you can, write a comment, or honestly, I would love it if you guys would subscribe. And also, if you want to support me more directly or support this mod pack development more directly, then you can also support me through a YouTube membership, because for $1 a month you get to see every video as soon as I upload it. And yeah, I think that some people, especially recently, a lot of people have been getting a lot of value from that because I've been having a consistent upload and recording schedule, which is great, and I'm really happy about that. So if you want to support me, that's the best way to do that, and I really appreciate everyone's support who's currently doing that. But regardless, someone just shot at me. I don't know where I just got shot at from, but someone just shot at me. There we go. Okay, perfect. And of course, the lower floors, not too difficult at all, especially with our health being the way it is. What I might do at some point is limit the overall hearts you can have to a maximum of 100, purely or from scaling health at least, to a maximum of 100, because I do think that having a little bit more than 100 health can start to stack up and be a little bit absurd. But again, I like having the freedom to not have to worry about that. I may change the way that difficulty scaling works for scaling health, though, to make it more close to the scaling of the player at certain health and certain difficulties. So there may actually be some situations where you do need to lower the difficulty to actually even accomplish certain things, but that's just an idea for the future, and the whole reason why I'm doing this is because I love to do this, and if you want to support me in my journey, of course, we talked about that previously, but I really do appreciate every last little thing. It genuinely means the world to me, and I could not do this without people who support me and, you know, the people who are rooting for me. And so thank you guys to everyone who's been saying the kind words and being there in the YouTube memberships and everything else, because genuinely I could not do this without you guys, so thank you. Other than that, we also have a lucky scarf, which goes in a necklace slot. So we've got a superstitious hat, we've got a lucky scarf, I've got some lucky rocks, and a bunch of other things as well. Okay, wither skeletons, we leave these spawners alone because we can farm them for good things. We want to grab everything that we can that could be potentially valuable from these chests, though. Most of it is unfortunately not super helpful, but you know, it is what it is. We did get an ender slime sapling, which is great because it means we can grow ender slime without having to worry about going to the end, which we probably should do soon anyway. Maybe we do that this episode. You know what? I'm gonna break that spawner because I don't want to have to deal with too many of them. And I'm not even gonna loot this one yet because I want to make sure that I take out the villager and evoker spawners first. Because evokers are the bane of my existence. Vexes, I genuinely cannot handle vexes. They really, really aggravate me. And so, you know, we're just gonna chill for a second. Come on now. There we go. You're dead. You're gone. You're donezoed. You're donezoed. You're donezoed. Perfect. Okay, now we can loot this floor down here. Of course, there's another Vex. There you are. Nope. Ugh. There we go. Perfect. And we also got some more Nebulous Hearts reverse card. 50% chance to damage the mob that has hurt you with its own damage. Interesting. I like it, but I'm not gonna keep it for now. For now, I think we're good where we're at. Versus more Vexes. And more cave spiders just in the corners trying to hide. Wither skeletons, zombies, other things. Of course, the wither skeletons are a very big help for us because we're going to need to accumulate a healthy amount of nether stars in order to actually make the nether star seeds. We need 4. And for that, at least that's our goal right now, is to get enough for 4, which we might actually have based on, we got 6 in here. I think we have probably 4 or 5 in our storage system back at base, so, you know, we should be close. What I'm also going to do, I'm going to load, and I'm going to steal this stuff. Oh, brother. That's the issue with the looter mod, which is the instance chests mod that I have, is that, well, sometimes it just doesn't want to. And you know what? We just beat our first battle tower of the episode, so I'm happy about that, but it does mean that there's more to go to, because we are going to continue heading due west. And since we conquered the battle tower, we're allowed to fly now. And it does look like there was a dragon of sorts over here. Or something. So maybe if I come down here. Oh, there's a spawner here. Free loot. You love to see it. Whenever there's those random pieces of crying obsidian and stuff down here, I'm always like, oh, free. It's a spawner. Though, very interestingly enough, situation down here does not look like, yeah, it looks like it's just a very strange terrain gen, unless I'm missing where the... Am I missing something? Turtle shell of tenacity. I'm gonna grab you. Am I missing something? Is there perhaps something that I am completely not seeing? Over here, maybe? No, doesn't look like it. Okay, we'll just continue heading west because we can. Let's see. Okay, there's a mini battle tower over here. There's also a village with a dragon skeleton right next to it. You'll love to see it. Of course, we're starting a raid, but we're going to ignore it because the raids don't actually do anything. Unfortunately, sometimes they just don't load, which is lame, but yeah, they're just overall raids are pretty lame. Anyway, let's take care of you guys, and let's go, go up. Holy, I'm too fast to be going up a ladder, apparently. There we go. Perfect, we can take out you guys, get some extra loot bags, and of course, we're going to be opening all of the different loot bags and everything that we've gotten at the end of this particular episode. So, make sure to stay tuned. We're opening all of the things that I've accumulated over previous episodes and gotten this episode, so yeah, stay tuned. It'll be a little bit interesting, I think, at least. Oh, shoot. Well, you know, free extra loot bags. Of course, most of the loot bags will just be... Uh-oh. I thought we crashed for a second. That would have been bad. I gotta make sure that we're grabbing all of the good loot bags, which I think the different colored ones are the rarer ones. So we've got timed, first, common, rare, epic, uncommon. Okay, we've got all the different, you know, normal rarities for games and such. So that's good. That's great. You'll love to see it. We can at least grab most of them. I don't necessarily know if we need to open every single loot bag that I make, or get rather, but fair. Keep falling down the ladders. I don't know what I'm doing. I just can't climb ladders. I just feel like I feel so stupid being able to not climb just a simple Minecraft ladder. I'm just too fast. I do think that we might want to drop down because that compressed zombie will give us a bunch of loot bags. And we can also get a bunch of XP for our tool, which is great. Because every single chance that we get to do damage will increase the XP of our sword, or cleaver rather. And with that, we'll be able to actually, you know, upgrade everything as it should be. Perfect, okay. I hate silverfish, but I gotta make sure to take them all out. And then grab all the loot, because we want to grab all the loot. I do think I'm gonna remove the random loot mod because the tools from it, while they are good at a certain capacity, they kind of conflict with just the basic tool stuff that everything else has. So I'm gonna definitely change that. But again, the top of these buildings are actually really bad. They're not good loot. So yeah. Of course, we get some blaze powders, some of you loyalty, gloom. Actually, pretty much nothing. We've completed that tower, so we can continue going west. But maybe we drop down here. Maybe, you know what? Let's activate that, and then we can take out and defend it from the raid. Where's the raid though? Where's the raid? Okay, there's Gabby. Hello, Gabby. Thank you for not being too difficult for me to take care of, Gabby. Thank you. I appreciate it. Where's the actual raid is the issue, because this was the thing I was having the other time, is that the raid mob spawned, but they didn't, like, want to do anything. And it was really obnoxious because they just didn't. Like, they weren't actually existing at any level. And you know what? I'm seeing a similar thing here, which means that I think I just continue heading west. And there's another battle tower over here. This one looks a little bigger. Let's activate the Tower of the Wild first, though, because then we can always warp around over here. And we've got that taken care of. Let's get ourselves our good old-fashioned chest up here. Of course, new chunks loading in, so it's going to be a little bit slow, just because of how many things are having to load every time a new chunk is loading in. And that one actually looks like a lame tower, so we're going to ignore that. I know I said we were going to go for every structure, but come on now. You guys don't want to see those structures. Um, excuse me, what? Oh, there's a lightning. Oh, I can't fly while there's a lightning dragon. It's a no-fly zone in lightning dragon territory. But thankfully, it got down to the ground, which means that I can take it out. There we go. Perfect. We got another lightning dragon taken care of. Now, I do wish that we had more of the blue lightning dragons, but I mean, you know, beggars can't be choosers. I just want to be able to make a blue lightning dragon thing. Also, by the way, if anyone knows how to add more materials to Tinker's Construct for stuff, then please, if you can tell me how to do that in the comments, I'd appreciate it. Because what I want to do is I want to add the dragon materials to the Tinker's Construct stuff. And I don't know of any other way to do that other than by custom adding them. Because again, the dragon stuff does not work with Construct's Armory. The dragon bones work with the Tinker's Construct mod overall. But what I really want is to get Construct's Armory stuff to be working with every material in Tinker's so far. So, okay, this is gonna be a massive structure that we're gonna have to take out. Okay, well, this is gonna be most of what this episode's gonna be, huh? What happens in Las Vegas? Okay, let me get a good image of this for, you know, there we go. We gotta get a screenshot of what happens in Las Vegas. Because, we just arrived at Las Vegas, apparently, and, now it's time to... I know what this episode's gonna be titled. This episode's gonna be Raiding Las Vegas and Other Adventures. Okay, there's nothing downstairs more. Anything? We've got a player head in the corner. Okay, there's a little alcove with some books. You'll love to see it. Okay, not too shabby. Some extra rooms. Doesn't look like there's a ton of loot here. Barrel with some loot. You'll love to see it. You know, most of these guys are just skeletons, which is good. Because if they were wither skeletons, this could actually be bad. Because we don't have wither immunity or anything that eliminates us from taking wither damage. It's mostly just, you know, the fact that we've got a healthy level of protection. Always make sure to wear protection so that you don't get slain by the mobs in Vegas. Yes, that's what they say, right? I think. If you guys don't get that, just come back when you're older. It's okay. Regardless. Like I was shooting of course the Vegas people are shooting fireworks at me. Bruh. They really don't like the tourists, huh? I'm just here for a fun time. I don't actually know why I'm in Vegas, but, you know, fair enough, I guess. Okay, let's just continue. Of course, there's dead bushes. That's great. We also are getting some nice things, though. Blue orchids. I'm liking the different plants and flowers. I do want to continue to grow some of the flowers, because I do think they look nice. And, you know, that's what I'm trying to keep in mind, is that our current base is not our forever base. It is not what we're going to be doing forever and ever. It is just our starting base, and I should make sure that I upgrade it soon rather than later, which maybe we do in next episode or something like that. But, of course, you know, it depends on what you guys want, and also what you guys will watch. So, yeah, let me know if you guys want to see me build a base, or if you want me to do that off camera, because I need to know. And the reason why I need to know is because, well, if you guys aren't going to watch it, then what's the point in posting it, you know? Actually, that's not really the case. I post things even when people don't watch them, so I'll probably just post it anyway. Maybe on the second channel, but it'll be posted somewhere for the people that want to watch it, so yeah, okay. Getting a bunch of random extra stuff. Another super magnet. I'm grabbing the super magnets now because I want to be able to actually just have an accumulation of crazy wealth. Doesn't need to be anything super crazy, just, you know, getting several things that usually I wouldn't be able to get is nice. You know? It's just accumulation of wealth, you know? Which is fine. Also, compressed skeleton, great for getting extra loot. Day 51, it's already been a full day for this episode. Of course, this episode is going to run quite a bit longer than the previous ones because this is where I'm changing from a shorter episode at 2 episodes a day to longer episodes, 1 episode a day. And the reason for that is just because people seem to like it more. I don't know, people watch the longer ones more and they prefer them and they talk about them more, and so that's what I want to do, is just make what people want to see, but also what I enjoy doing, and I don't really have a preference. I changed it because I figured people would want something, and they didn't. And I particularly didn't really enjoy it either, so this is what we're doing now. Deal with it. I care about your opinions, but also don't try and tell me what to do because I'm doing what I want to do. Anyway, there's another spawner over here that gotta take care of, and just some extra chests. We're gonna get a lot of iron from this, although I think we already have like an infinite amount of iron, so maybe it's not the best idea, but I mean, hey, it's fine, it's free, so it's free and it's in Vegas, and that is why we're yoinking it, because, I mean, come on now, if you're in Vegas, you know what you're getting yourself into, and if you don't, I'm sorry for you. Because it's Vegas. I have been to Vegas once in my life, and it was because we had to land, it was our, emergency landing in Vegas for my little brother, because he almost lost his finger squishing it in an airplane seat. And you know what? That was a crazy couple days, because we got stuck in Vegas for like 2 days while the airline was sorting stuff out. And yeah, that was wild day, but I was not very old when that happened. I don't actually remember how old I was, so yeah, I don't know. But it was an interesting day. We had to walk down the strip because like the airport is right there, right? And so the airline paid for our airport, or for our hotel and everything, and we didn't have anything there because all of our stuff had been, all of our stuff had gone forward because my brother had been at the hospital and they can't like delay everything for 1 or 2 people. Well, for us it was 7 people, but you know, but essentially we were just stuck and we had to. My mom and dad, or actually it was, at that point it was just my mom, because my dad was staying with my little brother while they were still at the hospital. My mom, actually I think my mom was with my little brother and my dad was the one that walked us down the strip. But we had to walk down the strip and it smells awful. I highly recommend, if you can, Vegas, only go if there's something specific you want to check out. Like, I understand that some people really like the appeal of it, but I don't know, it's just not for me. But yeah, anywho, we gotta get you guys some extra loot. There's a little garden over here, perfect. Grab the roses, you know, yoink the roses, extra blue orchid. Why are there so many blue orchids here? Is this some like Vegas thing that I don't understand? Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, I've not been back to Vegas since then, and that was not really an intentional thing for us to be doing, so, you know, interesting experience for the family, but I thought it was, at the time, I thought it was very, very strange, and I was very confused, because there were just, like, moderately nude female peoples just around, and I would not recommend. Don't take your kids to Vegas. Like that was not my parents' choice. Like that was just where we were at and needed to land. But like, yeah, very interesting. Vegas kind of lame, unless you know that's what you're into. But I don't know. Not me. Regardless, We're looting this entire area, which is crazy, because these towers are massive. Is there a way for me to get from one tower to the other without having to skip anything? Because I do think the best loot's going to be at the top. And at this point, I think if I see another one of these Vegas structures, I think I just go to the top. For the top loot. And I think that there's actually... Because I remember playing with these mods before. In a previous version or a long time ago in a different mod pack that I had made. I recall there being... Or maybe it was in Rad, I don't know. But... like Rad 2. But I do recall there being a higher chance to get, like, the special rings up higher. Which is dope, because the rings are pretty insane. Also, these guys have a lot of health, which is... It's crazy that they're able to withstand even, like, 1 to 2 strikes of my sword, because my sword does 15 damage, plus all the strength and other bonuses that I have. Like, let's see, 46 health, we one-shot 46 health. 61 health, we one-shot 61 health. 53, we one-shot that. One-shot you. Like, what are we not one-shotting? Or is it because I'm swinging too fast? It's probably because I'm swinging too fast, but, you know. Okay, let's just take you guys out. There's another spawner over here. Let's grab you. We'll grab you. And I do think after this, I'm just going to sprint up to the top. Because I don't really think that it's worth, you know, spending all my time looting these lower chests. So let's just chuck you in there. Luck of the Sea. I'll keep it because it's a purple level, you know, enchantment. But, oh, never mind. The tops are right here. We got another loot bag, some blue orchids. We got string, cabbage seeds. Don't need gold nuggets. What about, okay, this guy. So, okay, blazing cores. We got a bunch of other stuff. Golden apples, thorn pendant, string. A ton more stuff up here. Yeah, this is like actual good level loot. Some diamonds too. Okay, villager hats. Villager hat seems like a... I popped that on my head too? Yeah, we got the double hat. We are absolutely overgeared right now, and I love it. I love it so much because of how just stupid it looks. It looks absurd. Like, if you saw this Minecraft character running around looking like this, you'd be like, what the heck is even going on? But, I mean, hey, it is what it is. Can I jump? Can I jump over to that one? I can at least jump over to... We almost made it all the way to the top, though. That was kind of crazy. Wait. Okay. Schematic, Howling Blade. I'm not really going to use Tetra, but I will grab the schematics because new schematics are pretty dope. So, we'll do that. Some extra diamonds and silver, manuscripts, flame for a bow, Not really going to be using any other range stuff other than Tinker's, which I probably should make a Tinker's bow. And maybe we do that... No, maybe we do that this next episode. I don't know. We need to do a bunch of Tinker stuff, so definitely next episode is going to be for that, but... Holy, creeper kill, interesting mod loot thing. Yeah, okay. Some extra wormhole potions. We're already at 29 recall potions, which is just in case we need to, like, combat log. I'm not going to let myself /warp or do anything for combat logging like that. But what I will allow myself to do is to utilize that. Also, holy, we jump very far. That's kind of crazy. And we can already just free loot these chests, which is great. I love cheating my way up to the top of Vegas. Which sounds like a crazy statement if you don't have the context, but yeah. What do we actually need to melt obsidian? Because we need to melt obsidian or get a bunch of obsidian in our smeltery. Oh, just 1k. So we can get it with lava, which is great. Perfect, you'll love to see it. And then we grab ourselves regen, Rune of the Sun, some more obsidian. You know, I'm not going to grab the extra backpacks. While I do like having extra backpacks, we already are We already have a healthy amount of backpackage, which I'm very happy with, so I don't necessarily think that I need more. Let's just chuck most of that stuff back in there and grab you guys. Of course, just getting, you know, I don't think I need to grab the bread anymore. I don't know why I'm grabbing bread, but I'm not gonna stop now. Loot bags, of course, we got loot bags from the loot bag mod, and those were where we were at. So now, can I get all the way over? Wait, that was where I was at. So we've got to get over to there. Well, it's a good thing that I've got, you know, good old-fashioned thing known as netherrack for, you know, who needs speed bridging when you can just speed bridge by yourself without having to do any of the work. Okay, what I want to try doing though is I want to build up. We're gonna build up a staircase because I haven't looted this area yet, and I want to see if I can get over to there just by jumping off of like a little staircase with a little bit of a running start. So I'm gonna make, yeah, we'll make a little bit of a running start so we can do that. And then let's loot this top. Speed Force. I kind of want to see what Speed Force does. It says FOV completely removed. I am speed. How far do you think we'll be able to go if Speed Force on top of everything? And will it break the game? Because I'm hesitant to even try it because I think it might crash, and that would be kind of lame. But I do want to try it, so you know, maybe we give it a try in a second. I'm gonna have to check it out. Maybe we try and do it without even a running, like a jumping start. Who knows? So it goes in the trinket slot, which is right here. Oh my gosh! Wait, it actually just completely removes FOV. Okay. What about if I do this? Can I get back up? Okay, so don't move around when using Speed Force. The force is too great. I can't even, like, quick tap it because it won't work quick enough. So, okay. You know, a little bit of an interesting conundrum that we've faced. Okay, well, let's try and go up. Okay, so this is at the level that we were at. Oh my gosh, okay. So, let's, we almost made it. We almost made it. I'm gonna take the Speed Force off now because holy, that is way too uncontrollable. But, you know, we almost made it. All the way over without having any verticality. In fact, I think it was an upward jump from where we were at before. So that was kind of crazy that we even got so close. Also, enchanted hearts are great for decreasing difficulty. And it's lagging a little bit, which is fine, but let's just loot up. We're gonna finish looting Vegas. Okay, feral claws. Increase attack speed. I think that I already have relatively good stuff. Do you think my current gloves actually are better than that? Are they the upgraded version of the feral claws, or so? Let's take a look. So if I go down here, vampiric glove, gauntlets of dexterity, 0.6 attack speed, allows you to switch between items without resetting attack cooldown. Versus 0.75, so they're a little better for attack speed. Although I don't necessarily think that I need that. Well, we've conquered Vegas, so that's that. I do think, though, that I want to try and go a little more west and maybe get another nice tower over here. Ooh, there's also a dragon, so dragon spotted us, means we gotta go down to the ground, and it's gonna start shooting. Oh, picked us up. Okay. Hello, dragon. Please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. It's not good for you. Why are all the dragons copper dragons? It's so lame. I just wanna... There we go. Okay, we got another dragon. We still need to go home and open all the loot bags too, which is crazy because it's gonna be a lot. Although, okay, we're going for another Tower of the Wild so that we can have a. Ooh, there's a Basal's. Get a Basal's shard, which is nice. The reason why I need another Tower of the Wild is just to have another waypoint out here that we can get to, or Waystone rather, that we can get to. There's a serpent-looking thing down there, which we can check out too, which is dope. Ursal Mark. Ursal Marak. Okay. Do we get a discovery thing for this? No. Beheading, interesting. I mean, it's a cool-looking structure. I mean, a lot of things are, to be fair, but I don't necessarily know. Okay, there's one more dragon. Looks like a black dragon. We're gonna take it out. You know, alternatively, what we could do is... Uh-oh, that was almost bad. Wait, is that another dragon that's right here? Oh, there's multiple... Okay, so I'm fighting multiple dragons right now. That's great. At least they're not, like, difficult to deal with, you know? They're just dragons. Like, what's the worst that can happen? Oh no, we're being shocked by lightning. Although the issues with the dragons will actually continue to get even worse because the more the health increases of other mobs, the more the dragon health increases too, which means that everything will just get absurd over time. But that's not really a problem for me because I think we'll be able to stay ahead of the curve for that, and I can also always just decrease the difficulty by eating some enchanted hearts. But had two dragons right next to... Okay, that's a cockatrice. I don't like cockatrices. That was not fun. I am not a fan of nausea. Nausea is just one of those things that does not... I don't like it. Okay, you know, I think we've gone far enough. Let's go home now, because we can get some sleep. We can then spec in all our skill points, and then open all of our loot. And for that, I do think that I'm going to first want to remove the random loot mod from the mod pack. And then I'll need to upload a new version for the pack. But yeah, regardless, we'll need to do that. So, you know what? Let's do that right now. Okay, it has been removed, so now all we need to do is look in here, and we've got random... Oh, wait, never mind. We got loot bags. So, we've got timed loot bags, which I don't know what they are. First loot bag, and then we've got loot bags, epic loot bags, rare loot bags, uncommon, and common loot bags. And if we look and, what is it? Mob loot bags. There we go. Mob loot bags. There's also locked loot bags, summoning loot bags, and there's also other stuff. Timed loot bags, I think we open first because they're timed. Oh, it's not ready for you to be opened yet. So we keep those in our inventory. I think we save the cursed one for the end. I'm gonna open these ones first. So we got... Okay, we got 5 pink fluid grids, 1 fur bookshelf, some nature stone, some kiwi sorbet, some breadfruit jelly, some dark red plastic, some paved granite, and some torch berries, as well as a lead axe. Interesting. Okay, what about you? We got a purple detector, we got a skywood door, some cabbage seeds, some umbran buttons, a walnut fruit, a yellow creative controller, bloodstream That's very rare, even from the random loot drops. A silver ring of fire resistance. Garnet pickaxe, which is cool. So that's a creative controller, which means that what I can do is I can take that, I can put that there, and then I don't think I have to worry about power anymore. That's pretty dope, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so we also got a City of Gold music disc, some Guardian symbols, cypress signs, rectangle mahogany planks window, an elite enriching factory, some arctic bricks, a warped fungus colony, a dusk along brick stairs, stripped hellbark logs. That's kind of crazy. We also have a bunch of these loot bags, which we can open. I think I open them as fast as we can, because they're just mostly going to give us common stuff. Of course, you know, not too important. I think that at a certain extent we start getting rid of these and using the thing that just turns them into experience. But yeah, I do think we want to get rid of most of this. So let's just chuck. Having a couple extra sets of wooden tools is not the end of the world, but it is also very interesting for me because I don't think we need this many wooden tools. Just like personal opinion, I don't think I need that many wooden tools right now. But let's open some uncommon ones. We also have rares and epics. But I'm going to open the uncommon ones pretty fast just because we don't really want to waste any time. It looks like they're mostly giving iron leveled stuff with some occasional diamonds and emeralds, some glowstone as well. And of course, the average little bow that's enchanted, which, I mean, it is what it is, right? Okay, the rare ones will open one at a time. And I also want to see, for the time, 88 seconds. Okay, so, rare loot bags, what do you drop? Emeralds, diamond leggings, a diamond pickaxe. Okay. Totem of Undying. Okay, so these are actually giving some pretty high level loot. Golden apples, diamond helmets. I mean, to be fair, we did kill a ton of mobs and we only got like, what, 16 of them? So, I don't know, I'm not like so surprised by that, but, most of it's just diamond level gear. It's not anything too crazy. Now, hopefully, and again, there's other levels on top of epic. There's legendary, and then of course there's cursed, timed, locked, and summoning bags, but the epic ones should be pretty dope. So let's see. 8 emerald blocks. Okay. 4 wither skeleton skulls, a netherite chestplate, and a golden apple. Okay. Diamond block, some more wither skeleton skulls, netherite chestplate, a ton of blocks of gold, and an elytra. Okay. Netherite pickaxe. Okay. And then another elytra and another couple blocks of diamond. That's kind of crazy. That's pretty dope. Okay, well, it looks like this timed loot bag is actually ready to be opened. So let's open it up and see what we get. Well, maybe they need to be opened at a very specific time. I don't know. Maybe I messed that up. Regardless, I do want to go. Let's go to Marimur so that we can hopefully test out this cursed loot bag and see if we get something really lucky or really bad, as it says. So we may instantly die, which, you know what? If it happens, it happens. Let's open it up. Let's see what we get as the end of this episode. Come on now. Okay, we are in stone. Did it warp us down? I think it just warped us down. For a curse, that wasn't honestly too bad. So, I'm not unhappy with it. That's fine. Let's go home. And I do think that is going to be the end of this episode. Now, in between episodes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on getting some stuff ready for the infusion altar, as well as getting the reinforcements needed to start upgrading our armor and everything else. So, I will see you guys in the next episode. GG's, peace, have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.